ready for this nightmare to end. We're not gonna let metahumans die.
This is all my mistake, and I'm not gonna make another one.
You took my family away from me. Now watch me take yours.
Now, Flash family, if there's one thing I know about that trailer that just aired, that security guard is so dead. Like, he's dead. He is gone. He is gone. He is seriously gone. How's it going, species? Welcome to a brand new Flash trailer breakdown. Now, this is for the finale. Man, where did time go? Like, literally, that's crazy. It's Flash season 6 before you know it. I'm still just getting over this as I'm recording it. I can't believe there is no Flash now. Well, come on, we still got a week, but, you know, after this episode. But either way, shut up, Boba. Talk about the trailer. That looked pretty cool. As I just said from that intro of what I just did, they have such an opportunity here to do something insanely cool with Eobard Thawne. But I'll get to that in a second, but it's kind of self-explanatory. But first of all, guys, subscribe to this channel for more Flash content like this over the summer as well, going into season 6. Of course, you're going to want to stay up to date with everything, and come on, this is the place for that. And other than that, guys, like this video if you do go on to enjoy it. I really do appreciate the support on this channel, and it helps the video out with every single like, comment, you name it. So I want to jump straight to what I was just talking about, just because I can visualize it in my head so much, so much. So God knows how long the security guard has been working at Iron Heights, but you know, he looks a bit old, so maybe he has been there the full 15 years. You know, Eobard Thawne has been serving his time, because we know it's been 15 years. So let's assume this guy has been torturing Eobard Thawne for 15 years. Even if it wasn't 15 years, this guy's toast. Now, the reason why I want this to be a cool scene is because they could do such a thrilling, menacing scene with the Reverse Flash. Now, for example, he's about to be put to death here. You see the security guard pull a lever or something, so I'm guessing that he's going to be, the lightning that comes from the dagger is just going to lightning him to mother freaking death. Now, this is where Eobard could do something in a very thrillery kind of way. As I said, like, he could just break one neck. Do you remember, I think where I'm getting this from is season 1. Do you remember when the Speed Mirage, that scene with the trap, funnily enough, that was in the last episode. Click on the review in the cards above if you want to see that. But yeah, I remember that scene in season 1 was so cool because we had the blurry Reverse Flash, didn't know who he was, didn't know all too much about this character unless you read the comics, and he was just taking people out left, right, and center. And that is so cool because it's like a spectre-y kind of demon, but really it's a speedster. So when the dagger disappears, I can just imagine each guard going out. Now, not in a very quick way, but I want him to do it one bit at a time. So one guard goes out and he's like phasing, so he's like invisible, like Nora did last episode. Then the other guard goes out, and then he waits until the guy who's been torturing him is the last guard, and then boom, freaking, he's gone too. And then yes, that could even be the opening to the episode, and then boom, title screen, the Flash, and then it goes into the episode. I don't know, guys. I just wanted to share that with you because just visualize that in your head. Eobard Thawne finally tasting this negative speed force after 15 years and getting his revenge on the freaking security guards who've been torturing him. I know I've been going on about this for too long, but please do something like that. Please, 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 Flash, please. I would have read out the synopsis for this episode, but it is quite literally something along the lines of, you know, Barry faces against his arch nemesis, the Reverse Flash, in the season finale of The Flash. It is literally something like that. There's not much depth to it. So, you know, as for an actual trailer breakdown, there isn't mega specifics apart from me theorizing maybe what could go on. So that is a whole bunch of what I'm going to be doing right now. A lot of the trailer takes place in this like final room, and I'm guessing it's Cicada or Griselda's cabin, because that's where we saw her working on the cryo-atomizer. So yeah, I'm assuming this is her. Barry's already in there at this point with somebody else that he cares about, loves, because at the end of the trailer we see that Griselda's about to kill somebody with the dagger. But also, interesting fact, by the way, what is the dagger even doing there? Like, I thought that had disappeared. No, wait, that is the mother flipping dagger. Wait, what? What? Wait, what? Okay, Boba's confused now because that dagger's meant to be destroyed unless it doesn't get destroyed, but it's not like they're going to kill Thawne, and we know Thawne escapes, so what is the dagger still doing there? Okay, I'm kind of confused right now, but all I know is Barry shot that mirror gun, and you assume it's going to land on a dagger unless Ralph goes forwards and reaches it. But do you really think, with all of that setup for Eobard to escape, that the dagger just won't be destroyed? Only because of quite literally the fact that, you know, Reverse Flash is obviously going to get out and face against Barry. I mean, it says that in the promotion, and the only way that's going to happen is if the dagger is destroyed. Now, okay, the only other logical thing I can think of this is that the dagger no longer has dark matter in it, so therefore it's not inhibiting Reverse Flash's powers, which is why, I'm guessing at this point in the trailer where Cicada is about to strike somebody with it and Barry's screaming no, it's not orange or anything like that, so maybe she is just using it as a blunt weapon. But then again, guys, you may be like, Boba, but how does that make sense? Because we see the dagger, if what you just said, you know, it takes away the dark matter of the mirror gun, which still doesn't make sense because it made the satellite core disappear, but anyway, why, Boba, is the dagger still glowing in the trailer? You know, after Barry clearly shot the mirror gun at the cliffhanger of the last penultimate episode of The Flash. Season 5, I don't know. I don't know why it's glowing here. Obviously, it doesn't disappear at the end of last episode, and it doesn't have the dark matter taken away because we can clearly see that it's glowing here in the episode. Final thoughts with this: they don't destroy the dagger at the end of last episode. I'm guessing Ralph maybe you know, touches it and grabs it, but Cicada gets away since her cryoatomizer is kind of done, thanks to Cisco for now. Then throughout the episode, we see scenes of Grace, you know, as we see in this trailer with Mini Grace doing this, doing that, but we also see potentially throughout the episode Thorn going to his execution. That's the scenes we see in this trailer as well. We see the dagger attached to him. We see that it's very much so there. Why? Because the dagger didn't actually get destroyed at the end of last episode. But that doesn't mean, guys, that they won't destroy the dagger ultimately. And that is how maybe in the last 5 to 10 minutes of the episode, when the dagger is destroyed, when Cicada is beaten, Reverse Flash then pops up out of nowhere, because I was initially thinking maybe Reverse Flash would be in the first quarter onwards, because the dagger had been destroyed and he comes back in time and he's here for most of the episode, because that's what the synopsis kind of focuses on. But then again, when a synopsis does that, it doesn't necessarily mean the Reverse Flash is going to be in the whole episode in present day. So I do think maybe it is going to be what I just said. Dagger gets destroyed maybe 3/4 in. Last 10 minutes, setting up season 5's cliffhanger and wondering what the heck's going to go in season 6 with Reverse Flash. The dagger is destroyed. Reverse Flash pops back in time, does the whole execution thing with all those security guards just before he pops back in time. Then pops back in time and visits Barry and everyone, and then it's like, haha, I'm here. Ha ha. So I'd love to know what you guys think about that specific theory of the layout of next episode in the comments down below. The only thing loose end I have here is that if they didn't destroy the dagger the first time, why did they then ultimately decide to destroy it the second time? Maybe it's kind of like what I said in my review. I know this is a weird thing to say, maybe the lesser of two evils, so they don't want boatloads of thousands of metahumans to die in Central City, let alone the whole of the country, maybe even the whole world. So they allowed the dagger to be destroyed knowing that it'll bring the Reverse Flash back. Or maybe it just gets destroyed anyway, and it brings him back, and they know it brings him back because Ralph has told them by this point. I mean, as Barry says himself, I'm ready for this nightmare to end. We're not going to let metahumans die, so maybe they destroy it because they're not going to let metahumans die, period. They're not going to allow that to happen, even if it means bringing Eobadius Thorn back. And yes, I know it's not Eobadius, but I can't help but say Eobadius. Now, I wonder if in this scene here, Barry and Nora are running towards the Reverse Flash, because I remember there was some behind the scenes photos or something like that, and it looks like a similar location, but it could be at any point in the episode, but keep an eye out for that. Now, when we hear Nora say this is my mistake and I'm not gonna like let another one happen or whatever in the trailer, I think we see some already used clips. So unless she's tapping into the negative speed force in the finale, for example, like what we see here, this looks identical, I could be wrong, to the first time she has those red eyes. I feel like they're reusing clips here, I don't know, just wanted to put that out there, because we see her run as well into the negative speed force kind of time stream, or whatever you want to call it. Now this does look similar again, but then again, she could be running into the future for whatever reason to do with that whole Cicada dagger thing, the Reverse Flash, who knows, it might have something to do with the future. It could be Nora running back to her own time. But when I mentioned All-In's or Cicada's cabin earlier with Barry like pinned up against the wall with Cicada's kind of metahuman-esque beamy powers pinning him there, I did say that he had a loved one there as well, and that is very clearly Nora. It would be really cool if somebody else is there, just because we see Cicada pulling Nora towards her, and then the next scene we see Barry just looking extremely panicked, and then we see Grace reach up with a dagger and about to strike whoever it is on the floor there. Now you would have to think that is Nora. Now yes, Nora could die, but I don't think she's going to die in this moment, because it's always been a theory that what if Nora gets erased and somehow that kind of sorts a few things out, and the Nora that Iris gets pregnant with is kind of a different version of Nora, who will obviously grow up with Barry after Crisis on Infinite Earths, if Barry, you know, somehow survives and continues on to do seasons of The Flash. So maybe that factor plays into it somehow. It'd be pretty epic, and I don't really want to say this out loud, if like Joe just jumps in the way or something like that, out of nowhere another character does, and they get stabbed, and then that's how a character dies in the finale. That would be really, really epic. Not that I want Joe to die, I'm just saying to avoid Nora dying. And what if there is a big character death like we have had on The Flash before a couple of times or so, that it's somebody else saving Nora last minute, because we do still need Nora and the rest of Team Flash mainly to face up against Eobard Thawne after this, I'm assuming, because I'm assuming they defeat Crusader first and then face Reverse Flash, and I'm guessing it will end on a cliffhanger to do with whatever the heck the Reverse Flash is up to next. I don't know. I'd be pretty surprised if they defeat Crusader, defeat the Reverse Flash, and it's like, oh, happy days. There's always something at the end of a season of The Flash, whether that's Barry walking into the Speed Force, and there's always something that happens at the end of The Flash that would leave repercussions into the next season, like Nora last year just arrived at the door. So I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below as to what you think that could be. But speedsters, that just about summarizes absolutely everything I've got to break down and speculate and theorize about with this trailer, with what this trailer gives us, and just implementing it into what could happen next episode. So what I want from you guys is to do the exact same thing down in the comments below. Let's try and you know, think about this together, think about what could happen, all the awesome things that could take place, and also let me know what you think of this season as a whole, because even though the finale, we've still got that, I do think it is fair to give a judgment on this season. No matter what the finale gives us, we've had 21 episodes so far. So what did you think of season 5, honestly? Other than that, everyone, if you did enjoy this video, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like on it. It really does show your support for the channel, or even just a comment. Every little bit helps on this channel and helps the video get out there. Other links are in the description down below to my Patreon and social media, and my Discord server where you can talk about The Flash with me directly. But thank you so much for watching, Flash family. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you speedsters in the next video. Goodbye.